Hello everyone and welcome back to Outer Wilds. In the last session we pretty much finished up the expansion Echoes of the Eye. But I was left with a few questions and so as I said at the end of last part, I took to the internet to see if I could find if there was more to do or if there were any answers that I was missing. And I did find out some interesting stuff. And I think I have a better grasp on the story of the DLC in general. I think there was a couple of things I just kind of didn't get on first look. And the other important thing is that apparently, having completed the expansion, that will put new content, a little bit of new content into the main ending of the main game. So today we are going to go and do the main ending again, hopefully, so long as I can remember what to do. It has been a couple of years, but I think I remember pretty much. And talk about the other bits. So one of the main things that I was confused about was simply like what was so bad that they saw in the signal that they got from the eye that it made them want to cover it up completely. And from what people seem to be thinking online, we're pretty sure that it's just, like, they saw the end of the universe coming. Obviously, that's what's happening. It's not just our star that's going supernova, it's every star. The universe is ending, for all intents and purposes. And so they, as we saw in some of the slides, they destroyed their home because they got this signal. They thought the eye was some crazy powerful thing, I guess, maybe a godlike being or just some incredible tech or whatever, and they had to go after it and they were incredibly excited for what they were going to find. And so they destroyed their home to build the stranger and went after it, and they got there, and what they found when they got to it was that it was showing them the end of the universe, and that was terrible, and they deeply regretted their choices. They'd have rather just continued living in happiness back home and not been burdened with the knowledge that everything was going to end. And so, because of that, they decided to cover it up so that no other species would do the same thing they did. That seemed to be the main... Oh wow, I like that run of planets there, you see. That seemed to be the general consensus, was that they covered it up just so that no other species would make the same choices they did and go on a massive journey to find this and see what it is, and yeah, find out that, oh, not good, we've destroyed our home for no good reason, etc. So then, of course, our dude decided, what? I'm just gonna turn it this way. Doesn't seem to be any reasons we know of why he did that. Maybe he just disagreed with covering it up. Maybe he just didn't realize what he was doing. But the prisoner that we conversed with, or exchanged memories with, I guess would be the better description. He turned it and let that signal out very briefly, and that is key because as we know from the Nomai, and I think I did mention this last part that I was pretty sure that the Nomai like heard the signal once and then couldn't find it again, and that was correct. So obviously, I'm trying to remember general plot points from like 2 years ago. So I was having a little bit of trouble there, but yeah. So the Nomai heard it once, and they went and zoomed towards it, which we saw again in our exchange of memories, and then spent the rest of their lives trying to search for it, trying to find it again because they heard it that one time, and then the blocker got re-established, and yeah. That was what caused that to happen. And then our prisoner got locked away. And that's pretty much the thrust of it. So basically, if the prisoner had not decided to turn that dial to the left or to the right, whichever way, undid it briefly, if he hadn't decided to do that, then the Nomai would have never come here. Then we would have never found the Nomai ruins. And the ultimate upshot is none of the events of the original game would have happened for us, and therefore the universe would have just ended without any kind of rebirth. Because what we do, obviously, in this ending that we're about to see again, so long as I can get there, what we do is we reboot the universe at the end of the game. And yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that he turned that dial, then the Nomai would never have come here. We'd have never found the Nomai ruins and learned from all of their searching, and of course them implementing the time loop as well. And so we'd have never been in a position to save the universe and reboot it. So it's kind of like the prisoner is actually... He had the single most important action of everyone, and it was just twisting a dial. Like, it's kind of crazy to think about. But, yeah, that is the upshot of it. So that's pretty cool, and I'm definitely a bigger fan. I felt like I didn't get enough answers, I guess, when I finished it myself, but now that I understand where it's coming from, I guess I could have inferred that they saw the end of the universe and stuff. I don't think it was ever like explicitly spelled out, but that does seem to be the consensus. So yeah, I'm definitely happier about that. And also, I believe the prisoner offed himself at the end. He left us that thing on the edge of the lake, and then, because obviously I was like, wait, where's he gone? I don't understand, he's disappeared. And it seems like people think that he walked into the water and snuffed his light out. And obviously, he doesn't have a body to go back to in the real world anymore. That would be long since dead. His body, I guess, will still be in the real world version of that jail. But, yeah, he's long since died, presumably, so he won't actually be waking up in there. He's just ending his life after being a prisoner for God knows how long. So that's kind of sad. And, yeah. The rest of them, after finding out about the universe ending and being, of course, unable to go back home, they decided to recreate their home in the digital realm and live out their days there. And their bodies wasted away, but their minds continued on. Until the fires get snuffed out. So long as the fires continued burning in their artifacts, they would have remained there forever. And that's why they all carry it around with them, because, you know, it's a bit of a risk to leave it somewhere where if it gets... Well, actually, yeah, because if they drop it, also, they'll, you know, see the digitalness of everything, and they want to be home, so they want to stay there. But also, yeah, if that fire goes out, then they get sent back to the real world, except their bodies are dead. So if the fire goes out, they just die for real, so, yeah. Anyway, let's try and redo the finale. I remember it being pretty tough, right? And if you fail, you have to wait all this time again. I thought I'd failed there for a minute, I'm not gonna lie. I had a moment where I was like, shit, is it not teleporting me in? Is it not teleporting me in? Oh right, it's super hard gravity, you can't really do much flying here. So yeah, apparently because we now have all this information about this extra species, there's new content at the end, which I'm going to assume probably means that we see the prisoner again at the end of the universe. Like we see Solanum and all the other Outer Wilds Ventures people. But I guess we'll find out. Yeet! Okay. So, back to the ship. Hopefully that hasn't got yeeted off planet. Nope, that's over there. Good, good. Oh yeah, we got the music as well. So now we need to head to Dark Bramble. So whereabouts is Dark Bramble right now? It is all the way over here. Love the music, man. Whoa, should I be worried about the sun? Which way is the sun going? If I autopilot, hang on. Is it going to autopilot me into the sun? Okay, now let's go. There we go. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to get fucked. Because, waiting all that time to do that teleport is frustrating on repeat attempts. Okay. Right, have not navigated this place in a long time. This was definitely the scariest bit of the original game. Nowhere near as scary as the DLC, but... So, what am I doing? I'm looking for the escape pods, right? Distress beacon? Over that way? Okay. And I'm needing to not wake up... I'm needing to not wake up any nasty fucking... bitches that are hanging around here, so I need to very gently press the controls. The lightest of taps. I don't even know if there are any in this first bit. There might not be. I feel like I can be loud in this one. I think it's like the second one where they start. So yeah, it's like we have to go to the escape pod, and then I remember there's like a really small seed, and you have to fire through the small seed to find where the actual location is, something like that. Okay, where are we going this time? We are going over that way. Okay, bit of Bramble in the way. Hopefully we can just avoid that. I'm not seeing any of the creatures, which is great. I'm a big fan of not seeing the creatures. Oh, over here? Okay. Oh, wait, this is the... Oh, there's a trail of dead bodies from here, right? We gotta hunt the dead bodies. Okay, I think I'm good to actually maneuver around here. I don't think there's any fishy boys around here. Okay, where are the dead bodies then? I remember that. Ah, here. Or wait, it's a trail of lights that leads to dead bodies? Man, these are some old memories I'm dredging up. Yes, here we go, here we go, here we go. And then we equip the old scout launcher. And we yeet. That's way too high. We yeet that through there. And then we're following the duplicate signal. Because that's it. They had two signals to follow. And it was a 50-50 on which one they went for. And they picked the 50-50 and they unfortunately lost, right? And if they'd happened to choose the other 50-50, they'd have made it to the ship and they'd have survived. But sadly, that was not to be. Okay, still haven't seen any fishes. Is this the one where you go through and there's like two sleeping directly in front of you? I feel like it is. I feel like it is that one. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm not touching anything. We're just gonna glide straight past. Oh god, there's three. Are they activated by touch? Like, are they gonna wake up because I'm just gonna knock them? No, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Lord, do I fucking hate everything about these. I'm not gonna touch anything for a while. It's kind of hard to tell how far away I'm going from them, but I was like... I was moving very slowly past them, and it slows down more and more each time, so... And I mean, I can still hear their breathing. That scout it's been from 1.8 to 1.6 since I passed them, so... We are definitely getting somewhere. Oh yeah, here's like the nucleus of Dark Bramble. I remember getting like really confused by this the first time I got here. I was like, I've made it to the center, but there's nothing here, I don't understand. I thought I was missing something that you had to do at the center, but in reality there is just like literally nothing that does. It's like completely nothing, and I didn't realize. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I think we're good. I think we're safe. Just slight adjustments. Okay. Now I can just full speed ahead here, right? This is it. We've reached it. We've made it. Okay, yeah, this is safety. This is safety. Okay, that's the hardest bit right there. That is the absolute hardest part of all of this, was just getting through Dark Bramble. So I think this is just great success now. Pretty sure I just park up here, right? And fuck off. Wait, how do I roll again? It just said, oh, LB, and then... like that. Nailed it. And then I drop this in here. Woof! And we got gravity. And then I move this to here. Right, and then there's this code. Oh, fuck. What was the code? Oh, my God. This is ancient memory. Christ, what was it? I think it was like... that? I'll look it up if I'm wrong here. It was like that, and then it was... standing bow tie? And then the last one was like the wavy one, right? Then you've got to carefully get it through the middle there. Alright, moment of truth. Yeet. We did it. We did it. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. There it is. The eye of the universe. Oh, man. Let's go say hello to our old friend. I'm pretty sure there's no challenge after this, right? It's just the puzzles at the end, I think. It's just weirdness and puzzles. We walk along here, and then it starts to get dark, and the lightning starts flashing objects in front of us and stuff. And then we fall through into the center and see all those passages and time and space. I love it. I love this so much. I remember the final puzzles, like where you're getting the members of the Outer Wilds dudes and stuff back. I remember that puzzle, or some of those puzzles, being frustrating the first time I did them. I remember I didn't realize that you could zoom on your signal scope. Was it that you could zoom on? Yeah. I remember you have to do that for one of the puzzles, and I'd never known that there was a zoom on it. And obviously you've got your scout launcher, so I was trying to do things with the scout launcher and stuff, but it was the signal scope that I needed. But yeah. Thankfully, I think I'll be able to remember how to get through them this time. It's such a fine line you have to walk with. Oh god. It's such a fine line you have to walk with puzzle games, because it's like, I don't want to take forever on something and bore people, but then if I'm spending ages on something and I'm just unable to figure it out, then it just gets frustrating for me. And then I feel like I'm making bad content because people don't like to watch people get frustrated, but if the other option is just looking stuff up, and that's cheating, and yeah, I don't know, it's a fine line to walk. So even though I do think like Outer Wilds is one of the best games ever made, I don't think my original playthrough is one of the best playthroughs I've ever done because of the frustration I felt at points, but it's still solid. It's just, yeah, some bits of it I'm just like, oh god, why was I like that? However, I do think the Echoes of the Eye playthrough, here we go. Oh, it's still so awesome. So fucking cool, man. I do think my Echoes of the Eye playthrough is significantly better than my original playthrough. I do think I've done a much better job here. Okay, let's have a read. Outer Wilds Ventures was founded by Feldspar, Gossan, Slate, and Hornfels to explore a solar system at the end of the universe. Yes, it was. The Nomai never got to see it for themselves, but thanks to their efforts and technology, a Harthian was able to reach the eye of the universe. Little old me. Oh, this is new. This is new. The radio tower on Timber Hearth was built to receive transmissions from our deep space satellite and housed some of the last ever photos taken of the entire solar system. One of these photos revealed the existence of an invisible ring world inhabited by species whose presence in our solar system predated even the Nomai. This species travelled from a nearby star system in search of the eye of the universe, but horrified by what they discovered, decided to block the eye's signal so that no one else would ever find it. One individual, however, rebelled against the decision, and was able to briefly release the eye's signal back into space, before being caught and imprisoned in solitude for this betrayal. That's pretty much, yeah, what we were just saying as we... Okay, so I guess maybe it wasn't as much a theory as I thought. It was more like it does tell you at this point. At the end of its lifespan, our sun collapsed under its own gravity, and then exploded in a violent supernova. Love a nice violent supernova. Of all the life forms who will perish in the oncoming death of the universe, we will miss the anglerfish the least. Big true. Enormous true. The Nomai who came to our solar system were following a signal from the eye of the universe. They perished when the interloper arrived, bringing with it a deadly substance we called ghost matter that flooded the entire solar system almost instantly and without warning. Man, that's such a sad way for the Nomai to go out. They were so cool and we knew so many of them. Not like properly knew, but... Oh, right, I've got a flashlight. That makes things easier, huh? Like, we knew them from reading about them. It's just so sad how they went. Alrighty, I believe all there is left to do is observe. As all the universes die out. And then we're able to fly forward, and eventually these lights become trees, right? Yeah, they do. That's such a cool... I love how trippy the end of this game gets, man. It's so well done. Look at it. Look at it. I think you just have to wait until it all starts to fade away, right? And then eventually you'll be able to find the campfire. As all the lights go out. And darkness rules. Ooh. And it's me, right? I'm walking towards myself. Hello. Turn that into a campfire. Oh, I can light it, right? Doesn't this spawn someone if I look away briefly? There he is. Hello, mate. Do you hear music? So I assume there'll be a new one for the prisoner. Do 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 do. Does it get any more? Yeah, it gets fully destroyed if you keep going, I guess. Or up to there at least. Whee! Hey, bud. It's not quite time yet. I'm pretty sure we'll need the others for this next part. We'll need, you know, everyone. No rush. Take your time. It might not even exist here. Oh yeah, there's everyone. The Quiet Shade. Across old bark. In the ancient glade. It's always dark. Trying to remember exactly where this thing was. Was it right at the top? Oh yeah, it's right here. Oh! Got him. Do 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 do. This last one doesn't want to go up. Go on, mate. There we go. Forward march! Nope. Forward march. There we go. Grab the thing! Yeet. Very nice, very nice. Just a couple left now. Oh, this was the one, right? Yeah. You're like, it's out there, and I just did not know that I had a zoom function on this. That's the entire puzzle. Literally just grab that. Okay, that's the new sound. That one's the prisoner. So let's go get this one first. Let's do the prisoner last. Oh, this is the one where you get jump scared by an anglerfish, right? Yep, you motherfucker. You motherfucker. How dare they? How very dare they? Okay. So, that just leaves this new one, the prisoner. What's it gonna be? Am I gonna be able to understand the puzzle? Seeing as this is a new one. I haven't done this one before. Because it didn't exist. What is this? Is this something? Oh. Wait, what? It's underground? Eh? Wait, what the fuck? Oh, hello. Can I... Okay. Oh, a grave. This is not your grave, but you are welcome in it. Aww. A grave for all three of the cultures. The Nomai, the Harthians, and the owl people? We never got a name for them, did we? Oh god, when we blow the candles out, we extinguish them as well. Oh, and that opens the door. Oh, mirror. Is this... Don't jump scare me. Ooh, okay, hello. Okay. You motherfuckers. So, now we'll get to hear an even fuller version of the final song. With that instrument added. And presumably... Oh, he's over there. Okay, they didn't readjust their positions around the campfire. They just added that. Hatchling, you found me. Nice to have company around a campfire, isn't it? Go on, go get the others. Wouldn't want them to miss out. Hey, time pal. So you're getting the band back together, huh? Go on, go find the others. I'll be here. You don't need me yet, but you will. Hypothesis. Everyone must be here before we can begin. Once they arrive, I believe we'll be ready for the next step. I'm glad you remembered me. I'm glad I remembered you too, dude. The stars were beautiful, weren't they? Even if our star is what ultimately killed us. I'll wait here and remember them while you gather everybody. It's not quite time yet. I'm pretty sure... Okay, we read his, right? Did we speak to you? Yes, we did speak to him. And then we've got our friendly chap, the prisoner. When my kind found the eye and realized what it was capable of, they were terrified. It was too difficult a truth. Right, realized what it was capable of. Okay. Like a light too bright to look upon directly, it burned them. What they could not unlearn was hidden away in darkness, obfuscated, then lost. They did not want to see their story end. My kind weren't always like this. We weren't always so afraid. I did what I could to set things right, yet I am still of my kind, and you now know what they did. I cannot promise our fear won't stain your mind. And so, a choice. Are you certain you want to remember me? Join us. Let's see what happens. I don't want to repeat my kind's mistakes, but if you're willing to take the risk, then so am I. Awesome. If I look away, will he appear around the campfire now? Yeah, he will. Love that. Love that. I hadn't dared to hope that anyone would hear the signal for how briefly I set it free. Yet, here we are. Are you ready for the final step? Yes. Then it's time. Time to send our spark out into the darkness. Interesting instrument. Alrighty, here we go. What do you say then? Should I get out the old harmonica? Yes. Here goes nothing. What do you say, time buddy? Ready to start the music? Yes. This should be cool. A conscious observer has entered the eye. I wonder what happens now. Is it time to find out? Yes. This song is new to me, but I'm honored to be a part of it. Shall I begin? Well then, here I go. Should I begin? You got it. I'll do my best. The smoke coalescing. I really like how they've added his part. Like, it's hard to add a new bit of music into an already existing piece and have it, like, coalesce perfectly. But it's like, it just works. It just does. It's really nice. And lastly, we have the whistler. I can't wait to play with the whole group again. Can I start? Yes. I won't let you down. There it is. I believe we've reached the end of our journey. All that remains is to collapse the innumerable possibilities before us. Are you ready to learn what comes next? Yes. I admire your curiosity, friend. Let's find out together. Even if it's over now, I had a good time learning. But I think the rules are about to change. I learned a lot by the end of everything. The past is past now, but that's, you know, that's okay. It's never really gone completely. The future is always built on the past, even if we won't get to see it. Still, it's, time for something new now. What does our new friend have to say? How beautiful. It's different than I'd envisioned. Whatever happens next, I do not think it is to be feared. Nice. Is that it? Is that... yeah. Doesn't have any okie doke. Wow. How long has it been since I got to make music with everyone around a campfire? I'm really happy we're all here. You cut it a little close, don't you think? Well, it worked out all right in the end, I suppose. I hope there are beasties in the next one. And Gabro, I tell you what, this has been really fun. And I got to help make something pretty cool, so I've got no complaints. I mean, not me, exactly, but close enough. It's the kind of thing that makes you glad you stopped and smelled the pine trees along the way, you know? Alright, guys. It's been a pleasure. The new universe begins. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Are there going to be any additional scenes in the after the credits or anything? Probably not, right? But let's see. Let's wait around. I don't think they're particularly long credits, right? It's not a big team. Man, I really want them to make more. I feel like we've been spoiled by the fact that they made this at all. Like, the expansion, Echoes of the Eye, because, like, the original game was pretty much perfect. Like, I was not expecting any expansions, and it didn't need any expansions. It stood perfectly well on its own as a just absolute fucking genius bit of work. And yet they did make an expansion, and it was substantial. It wasn't like this was a short, like, 1 hour jobby. It was like they made a whole new couple of areas and fully explored, like, tons of different mechanics in there. Like, even just the artifact on its own, they got so many different uses out of that with, like, traveling between the real and the digital realm, and the, like, getting yourself there permanently by dying with it, and leaving it on the ground to see the digital stuff, and, like, the hidden invisible bridges you can find with it, and using it to power the projectors, and just there's so many different things just with that one little bit of equipment. And even just the setting itself of the Stranger was, like, awesome. Like, love that. It was pretty much the inside of Ash Twin, but on a massive scale. And they just, oh, so good, so good. Whatever they make next, I can't wait to see it. I struggle to believe that anything could live up to this, because this is genuinely, like, one of the best games ever made, I feel. But, you know, if they can make something this good now, then they can make something this good again. So, I guess we shall see. Alex Beecham, he's like the top dog, right? I'm pretty sure. Well in, Alex, and well in all of these other people who just, man, you've made something special, something very special. I recommend Outer Wilds to literally, like, everyone I can. I don't recommend my own playthrough of it necessarily, because it was just, oh, the salt when I couldn't figure stuff out. Oh, I look back on some playthroughs and I'm just like, oh, for God's sake. Why did I feel that way? But in retrospect, after the salt had dissipated, I was like, holy shit. This is just amazing. And then, yeah, I do think my playthrough of Echoes of the Eye has been significantly better than my original playthrough, because I feel like the puzzles, I figured them out in sort of the perfect amounts of time. Like, there was the debating with myself part and the trying to figure it out part, but that never lasted too long. I always was able to either move on to something new and find answers there, or just figure out the puzzle that I was thinking about, or whatever. I was always able to figure it out in this expansion, like, within a reasonable time frame. So I feel like that was a better viewing experience probably this time around. I was still led astray by a couple of bits here and there, like the things on the top of the towers. Also, the fact that the tower in the real world falls over, like, that turned out to not have any actual purpose. It was just a way to kick you out the tower. Which I guess does make sense, because the first one kicks you out, like, halfway through the loop, and the second one kicks you out right near the end, and the third one doesn't kick you out at all, so they wanted to have the 3 different tiers of, like, being kicked out. Bobson Dugnut. Great name. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what they do next, because they've said this will be the only expansion. So, even though we didn't know we were getting one, and then we did, and suddenly I was hopeful that we'd get even more. But maybe they'll work on Outer Wilds 2. Who knows? Probably not. I think they're probably quite done with this after spending so many years on the main game and then the expansion. But I can dream, right? Imagine having that few playtesters. That's crazy. The Echoes of the Eye playtesters, oh my god, they were able to scale up for the expansion. Wow, that's like triple. It's like triple the playtesters for the expansion than they had for the main game. In loving memory of the American Tea Room. What? The homies. Gotta thank the homies. Love that. Thank you for playing Outer Wilds. Thank you for making Outer Wilds, man. What a game. What an experience. So, let's have a look at this very last rebirth of the universe thing. Is there going to be any difference? 14.3 billion years later. I feel like it's... I can't think why there'd be a difference just because of what we did with the stranger, so it's probably going to be the same, but... Do, 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 do. Beasties! Oh, that's different, isn't it? Oh, that is different. Awesome. Awesome. Him being there caused a new line of evolution. Him being there at the end of the universe, I guess. Something like that. Fantastic. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, there we go. That wraps up Echoes of the Eye. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share the videos around, share the playlist around if you can. I would really appreciate that. And if you really like what I do, there is a Patreon link in the description. Anything you could afford to send my way would be hugely helpful with the buying of new games as they come out, or expansions in this case, and the ongoing running of the channel, all that jazz. Thank you very much. And I will see you somewhere else for something new. Thanks again. See you then.